Okay, we're going to work on the Husqvarna 136 today. It needs an oiler, so we'll go kind of step by step on how that works. I don't normally work on a white sheet, but I thought it would be a lot easier for you to see on the video. So the first thing what we need to do is we need to remove the bar and chain. So let's get started with that. Once you've got that out of the way, what we need to do is we need to remove a couple of things here. One of them, which is going to be this plate right here. Remove that. That doesn't normally come off that simple. You might have to put a screwdriver underneath it, pop it out of there, and it'll come right out of there. We'll get that out of the way. Next thing we have to do is we have to remove the clutch. Now this is a little tricky. If you do not have the right tool, there's a couple of ways you can do this. I've seen a couple people hit it with a screwdriver, knock it loose, and spin it off. I have found that using a wrench that I use for my right-angled grinder works relatively well, and I've seen other people do the same thing. But before we do that, we need to be able to keep the piston in place, keep the crank from turning. So the best way to do that is to remove this top cover, remove the spark plug, and we're going to put a piece of rope inside that. And then what I do, anytime I'm trying to move a flywheel or a clutch, whatever, is I take a piece of rope and I stuff it down inside the cylinder. Okay. We're going to pull, and just pull pretty hard, and that should spin right off. Just like that. Place that off to the side, your clutch. And then when you take this off, you're going to have a big flat washer in there. Make sure you keep that all together. And again, keep that off to the side. And that is looking like I'm going to need to be replacing that sometime soon. Maybe another video. Then you're going to have a washer underneath. And then you're going to have the cover for the oil feeder itself. And this little rubber grommet here, I'm going to take this off. Get out of the way. Careful not to lose that. And then you're now going to need to take this off here. There's 2 screws. Loosen this up, like so. Loosen this up like this. Now this is a little difficult because I'm on the back side of this saw, so everything seems to be a little backwards to me. So it should come off like that, and then there's your feeder. And yep, just as I suspected, as you can see, the teeth are all worn right off that. So we're going to replace that whole unit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get in there and kind of clean this up a little bit, put it back together. I got it all cleaned up. I just got back from the dealer, and here we got the new oil pump all ready to go back in. About 12 bucks. If you're lucky enough to have a dealer next to you, you can get parts pretty easily. So most of the time they have the stuff right in stock because they repair them as well. So basically it's just going to go back together. I got it cleaned up pretty good there, and just going to go back together the same way it came apart. Now, it looks identical to what we had, other than this one is worn. Looks pretty much the same thing. Always try to compare the stuff. Looks pretty good. Put that off to the side, and all we have to do is set this down in there, like so. Need to be able to turn the engine around just a little bit. So we need to take our rope out. Need to be able to just turn it just enough so the teeth will catch. Go on, there it goes. So now it's all set on there. And again, just reverse the process. Put it all back together. we'll take it outside and we'll see if the oiler works. So there we go, success. You can see the oil coming out off the chain. So we are back in business.